today I want to talk about trim restoration, restorers, suppliers, and shippers. So trim restoration is very, very expensive in the automotive restoration hobby. It's extremely expensive, especially when certain pieces are not repopped. Sometimes they are, but even when they are remanufactured or repopped, so they say, they're still extremely expensive for these old cars. Now, we had some grills restored for this car, some headlight bezels restored for this car from this same person. I'm not going to mention any names in this video, but those folks that are in this hobby, and particularly they're restoring a second-gen Barracuda, they know who these people are in the circles of friends and community. So I want you to look at how nicely these things were restored. This is the upper and lower trim to my 1968 Barracuda notchback. This is 1 year specific molding. I spent $291 shipping them one way to a place in Florida to a known restorer, and he did a really nice job. I mean, I was extremely happy. He did a great job with our grills, and they were shipped appropriately. They were shipped well. We spent a lot of money with them, so I sent these. So I want you to go along, and I want you to look at these trim pieces and how excited I was when I started to pull them out. But if you look closely, you may start seeing something drastically wrong. Yeah, looks like some features there that were not the same way as when I sent them. Let me turn this over so we have a better look. Like that. We have that. So essentially, these are now basically out of my pocket $791 worth of really closer after I think $581 to pay him. Yeah, so I'm out close to $1,000. Let's just say $850. Now let me show you the box in which he shipped these pieces. Here is the box. Now, I don't know about you guys and gals, but if you shipped a fully restored set of trim of any sort, whether it's side molding or trunk trim, grill trim, would you ship it this way? So here's the situation. I called this known restorer, and he's very friendly. He's very friendly. And this video is not about trying to put people out of business or make any kind of, I really hate going down those roads, but this is not acceptable to me. So after I called him, we spoke about it. Basically, he said it was on me to get with the post office and make the claim. So we go to the post office, and the post office agreed. They said, this is not properly shipped. This box, this is crazy how they boxed this. He didn't insure it. He put no insurance on, I assume, so that eats into his price. I would have gladly paid $300, $400. I mean, if I'm taking the time to have this restored, I would have gladly paid the extra insurance and the extra cost of packing this up in a PVC tube or something that any logical person that has any kind of integrity about him would do. But when I asked him for some kind of refund, he said, well, I didn't do anything wrong. It's the U.S. Postal Service's fault. Well, while that may be partially true, that how they handle things, I would agree that they are not the best handlers. I cannot put this whole thing on them. This is a joke. This is a pure joke and a crime. So basically, he's taken $500. I paid him $500. Now, he did say that if I go out and find and buy another used set that's restorable, then he would go ahead and do the next set for free and ship it for free. Well, this is probably how I end up receiving them, because he's definitely not going to spend any money on packing it or shipping it or buying any insurance. So why am I going to waste my time with that? He'll just bleed me dry. So I know I'm not the only person this has happened to. I've got a couple of friends back in Texas that one of my friends in the Oldsmobile community had 3-deuce setup for a 66 Olds is ultra rare and expensive. Long story short, it was a $4,500 intake manifold with the factory carburetors and everything bolted to it, and the guy used some kind of wood screw, little bitty wood screws, and screwed it to a small pallet. And by the time it got to my friend in Texas, it looks like it was dropped from a 20-story building. The carbs were smashed, the linkage, everything. And my friend was out $4,500. This is how expensive it gets in the restoration community. Another friend of mine in Texas, building a resto mod Dodge D150, paid big money for a grill insert for his 85 Dodge. The guy that shipped it to him basically did the same thing, shipped it in some BS little package, and by the time my friend in Texas got it, it was smashed to pieces and not usable for anything. When my friend reached out to the guy up in Ohio, the guy said, "It's on you, it's not my fault." So this is a big problem in the restoration community, in the automotive community, is you've got some, and I'm going to say, when I say some, I mean some. There's that 20% that they're going to get out and scam you, they're going to take advantage of you. I'm not saying this guy is a scammer, but I will tell you, there's got to be a lot more integrity involved and a lot more honesty in trying to do the right thing like this to make things right. You know, we're not perfect. We mostly do engine builds for all muscle cars, not just Mopars. But I've made mistakes on engines before, and I've told my clients, this thing doesn't run right, and I'm going to pull this engine back out, and I'm going to go back through it because something's not right, and I'm not charging you a dime for it. This is on me. I'm the one that built it, so I stand behind my stuff. So I would hope, and there's many others that do, but this is what you got to watch out for, folks. You got to watch out, and I've got a bad habit of just trusting too many people, but I just want everybody to see this, and give me your comments. Tell me what you think. What have been your experiences? And this is obviously in the Mopar community, but this happens in the GM and Ford communities as well. They get scammers, people screwing them over. So anyway, just thought I'd share it. Before you guys send your stuff out and you have it shipped, you need to do a lot of checking and investigating on your supplier. So hey, everybody have a good day.